Hey Fopboss, doing your offline review. Let's see if you have any notes. Thought too much overall. Rough mid game. Spent too much time comp play maybe. Alright, we'll see. Yeah, and if I'm forgetting, you're the Fiddlesticks player, right? So you said you think you died too much. A. Spent too much top. B. I forgot the third thing you said. What was the third thing you said? And positioning. Okay, we'll see. Well, positioning is usually easy as an assassin. The rule of positioning is basically always be flanking. Obviously, sometimes you can be with your team, but most of the time you just want to be flanking and playing like an off angle, you know. Clear up this game. You can clear either side of this game. Oh, sorry, my Pikmin's not working. It makes sense to clear down because you have Pantheon, who has really good gank setup. It also makes sense to path up because it looks like Garen took Ignite, and usually anytime top laners have Ignites, they're usually going to be fighting a lot. They do have Ignite, doesn't he? Sorry, just double checking. Was it Garen or Renekton? Oh yeah, Renekton has Ignite. Yeah, so that's why I think it's fine. I think when a top laner has Ignite, it's never bad to path towards their lane because they usually want to fight perma. But bot lane isn't bad either this game. Okay. You should just, yeah, yeah. Well played, gank. No complaints. Double crab. No. Keep watching. Keep watching. I think at this point, you just base. Like you have to keep watching. The second you think that like the fight's over, or you can't help, that's like the second I see this, I'm thinking, okay, the fight's over because Pantheon's under tower. He's safe. Kai'Sa's dead. Last time we saw Diana, he's full HP. You're quarter HP, so there's no way you win 1v1. So you should insta base. Maybe you steal this away, but then you're maybe having to flash away afterwards. He's just being lazy. Like, looks like it worked. Did it even work? No, you still died. Like, let's say he's just being lazy. Like, he just drops a ward here, and then just QEs you. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Then you have to flash, or you die. W's away, then he flashes out. He's after you, then you flash, then he flashes after. You know what I mean? Like, I think the second you see this, you just insta base. Keep watching, keep watching. The second Kai'Sa dies, and you think you can't, half HP, full HP, just base. And if you base right now, it is now 8:56. 8 seconds base, you'll be base at 4:04, and then 15 seconds of walking, you'll be on your Gromp as it spawns, literally as it's spawning. You base right now. And then let's see when we die. Imagine a world right now where you're on your Gromp right. Imagine a world you're on your Gromp right now. 10 seconds later, Gromp's dead. Now you're on your Wolves. Now you're on your Raptors. Imagine now you're on your Raptors right now. Boom. I am going to assume Renekton's 1 HP if Garen's this low. So boom, Raptors kill top or Raptors to mid if mid fighting's well, you know? You're just so much faster on the map. Look, okay, it looks like your Garen got lucky. It looks like Renekton's going for a solo dive on Garen, and then he either fucked up or Garen outplayed. But there's a very realistic world where Renekton doesn't fuck up, your Garen gets dove here, and now the game is like completely different, you know? But if you're there to counter it, again, in this case, it doesn't matter, but you play this game 1,000 times, there's a good chance Renekton kills Garen there. But if you didn't, if you just insta-based and you're on Gromp earlier, and then Wolves earlier, and then Raptors earlier, then you could save Garen and then kill the Pantheon. I mean, the Renekton. But in this case, it didn't matter. See when it's fighting, so you start walking. It's just important when you play these type of junglers like Zed, who kill one-shot camps. It's really important to be really high tempo, meaning you're like never slow on the map. You're on the map as fast as possible, which is why like dying is so much worse for you than like a. Let's say you're like a oh, let me think of a jungler, a Xin Zhao, right? Like you dying is way worse than like a Xin Zhao dying. You know, this guy has no flash. I mean, I think if you see him E, you go for this. If you don't see him E, just start your recall and go to run to blue. If you see him E, you'll stop your recall and go for the gank because you know he has no flash. So if he has no E, then he's dead. But if he has E up, then I think all you're doing right now is soaking XP. Um, like I should like always on dragon, so I'll thing. But I think if you insta base right now and run straight there, you'll be there in time for dragon. And I see. Can you explain? You can't tell me a single reason why this 3v3 for dragon's losing or 4v4 is losing. Zoe's early game champion. Pantheon's early game champion. Kai'Sa's not bad early. You level 5 Zed versus level 5 Diana with your items, and you're gonna buy an extra longsword plus, you can buy an extra double longsword here, or just one longsword plus going moat, whatever you want to buy. There is no reason the 3v3, 4v4 dragon's losing. I see no reason why you have to give early dragon this game. Um, Again, if there's like a guaranteed top play, sure, but this is not guaranteed. Like the Renekton's wave's not even bad. Like it's like if anything, this is good for your Garen because his wave's coming in, right? So by being here, all you do is force it to push, and now yeah, I guess this guy loses a one wave to tower, but I think just this is unnecessary. I'd much rather fight the dragon, get first dragon. If they want to fight, I think you guys will easily 3v3 them, 4v4 them. Not as you said. Not only do you think you're spending way too much time. If your ball was like 0-5, I get it, bro. Fuck balling. Let's just keep going top. Your balling is not even losing. No, unless I'm missing something. Maybe when you press tab, I can see. Besides his death right now. Also, if his blues just spawn, his top can't probably spawn too. So yeah, don't base. Wait for Wolf's Gromp. Yeah, there it is. I'm waiting for you to press tab. Yeah, here you go. Because Kai'Sa just died. So before Kai'Sa died, she was 1-1, and Pantheon was 0-1-1. So your balling was completely chill. It was 1-0 to 1-1. Mid is completely even. You're all pickaxe long. You'd have a little long sword here, so you'd have 12, 15, 15, 50. Well, this guy is same thing. You're even jungle, even mid, even bot. Everything's chill. Um, so but I do think your champs are better early game. Like Pantheon compared to Nami is uncomparable. Diana pre-6 is worse than Zed pre-6, I'd say, or it's around equal. But you get the point. If Renekton was like a fucking KO top or like some like really like immobile squishy champ, I get it. But Renekton's not even like a bad champion weak side. Like he's tanky, he has CC, he has a dash, he has sustain. Like this is not some like super easy dive gang champion, you know? Yeah. I think you have to always start this gank with ult. Like you can never start with W. You have to RW. And if you're too scared to face check him, I mean no, I mean you're full HP. He can't one shot you. You're gonna tank half of your HP face checking him for sure. He's gonna use WQ, but then you're gonna ult. Then you're gonna follow with WQE, and if you get a triple shuriken, you kill him. So yeah, I mean I agree with your analysis. Like let's see, since when have we entered topside? We've been topside from Krugs. It's now from 6-0-0. You're here, and then you leave top lane at 9. You're finally bot side at 9:30. So you've been top for the last 3 minutes and 30 seconds, and you're bottom weak side. Like he's pinging you. He's not happy, but like I agree with him. Like why is Kai'Sa Pantheon weak side? If it was like Ezreal Yumi, I get it. Kai'Sa Pantheon is an aggressive lane. Pantheon wants to W, and Kai'Sa wants to ult, and these are aggressive champions. So I agree with them. Look, they just won 2v2. Like boom, they're 2v2 and they won. Boom, double kill, right? So they're winning lane by themselves. They're being weak sided. And in your Garen, it keeps dying 1v1. So you're camping top, Garen dies 1v1. You're not going bot, they're killing 2v2. It's completely ass backwards. Also, you ask yourself, as an assassin champion, who do you prefer to kill? Double immobile squishies, Nami, Virus, or a Renekton with again a stun, 2 dashes? I think the bot lane is 10 times easier to play for and gank for. Even now, like these guys are hitting tower, you have to be running bot now, like this instant. I think you realize in a second, but it's still like what we could count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I want to imagine if we're 6 seconds faster than this. 6 seconds faster means instead of being where you are right now, instead of this, you're here. Look where Varus is. He's dead. You could argue that when they see him in the ward, they'll back up earlier, but you get the idea. Let's watch this dive. You're not taking aggro. This W is what you do if you were taking aggro. This W is like defensive W, right? If you're taking aggro, it makes sense to W like this. If you don't have aggro, I would W Q E, and then this guy's going to like unironically he's gonna die to your ult shadow, your shadow. Just the Q from this, and then the 1E is gonna be enough to kill this guy plus Kai'Sa damage, and then you need to start hitting this guy as well. I think because you're overkilling. Because I mean, look at this. This guy literally got chunked from what this to this with your damage. Your shuriken doesn't matter. Kai'Sa damage doesn't matter. He's just overkilled. So you should already recognize this guy's like gonna die no matter what. Let's try him to get as much damage on Varus. Varus isn't gonna die, but he'll be like half HP now. And if he's half HP, maybe you guys can redive him 2v1. But if he's full HP, there's no way you can redive him. Just a greedy recall. I mean, the second you see a pink word be placed, that means he's here. And it can't be, it has to be him because it can't be the support because he's not alive yet. It can't be Renekton, you see him top. It can't be Yasuo, you see him mid. It can only be Diana. So when you see the pink, you just have to assume, okay, it's Diana. And then you run the wrong way. I would run to the right. I don't know why you run to the left. Right, I mean, not up, not left, but up. You W here. You don't run. If anything, if you W, you live, and you don't have to flash. But here, you flashed, and you still die. So yeah, sloppy deaths.
You should be Wing earlier and then not insta taking it. So here, like the second you're in range of WE, you should take you should do it now. So this is in range of WQE. So you should WEQ now and then not insta W, just WEQ and then just chill. Just chill here, chill here, chill, 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 chill. And now you're in the way where if he runs at you, you run back, and if he runs away, then you'll take the W, and you're just basically not getting auto attacked. You're just not getting autoed earlier, and then if you W, and then you instead of being this HP, you'd be like this HP, and then you'd ult, and then your ult E would kill him next, you know. So you W earlier, and then don't take the W. Just keep chilling. If he runs, then take the W. If he doesn't run away and he just runs at you, then you're just gonna keep backing up, you know. Let's watch this gank. Nothing too complicated. Just being greedy, right? That's very obvious takeaway. You should just install just to be safe. This gets obviously very close for comfort, but it looks like it works out in the end, so well played. Full dragon instantly, makes sense. Kind of a mess. Like in my head, I get this dragon, like I get the dragon slain. I'm just pinging danger, danger, caution, like leave, leave. I'm if I'm you, I'm happy. I got the dragon. I have 3 camps up, Gromps up, Wolves up, Reds up. I have 1,000 gold. I get this dragon. My operation is spam danger, spam caution, and just do this. Boom, boom, boom. Recall, get my item, and then go, and then and then go Krugs to Raptors, and then play for Herald. You know. I know it's not like you're telling them to go in. It's not like, I'm not saying it's your fault. Like but pings always helps. If you're spam pinging danger, caution, run away, typing, whatever you want to do, maybe it decreases the chance of your team fucking geeking out and running in and dying. Get our second item. We're pretty strong now. It's funny. Your Kai'Sa Pantheon are literally winning, but they've been weak side all early game. You could keep sitting in this bush. You could just wait here. I'm not saying go in. Just sweep her. Make sure there's no ward, and keep waiting because like Diana, very high chance after he's gonna go to the scout, right? So if you just sit here and he face checks you and you just WRQE double triple shuriken, he just from this HP he gets one shot, right? And if Diana doesn't walk up, he just bases, then you could just go 1v on the Yasuo afterwards, right? So I think you could just chill here for like 10 seconds, just wait and react to what they do. They walk in, you then one shot. They don't walk in, then you'll just go to crab eventually, right? Because you fight them now, but at this point, like Diana's regen higher. Also if he's walking in, like blue's up, so instead of walking to crab, you can You can sit in this bush for like 5 seconds, and then no one walks in. And you can walk to this bush, so you can see him on it. I don't know. Just there's things you can do. Oh, I didn't realize you actually stole the blue. So when you see the blue, now I mean, just wait for your teammates now. Like Pantheon's pinging on his way, Kai'Sa's pinging on his way. The only way you lose this is if you go in too early, because it's 2v3 guaranteed. It's gonna be you, Kai'Sa, Pantheon versus Diana, Yasuo. So the only way you lose is if you go in 2v1. Right? If you just waited 6 seconds and then W'd in, then ulted in, it'd be a 2v3. These guys are double killed. You never die. You still kill double kill, but you had to flash and you died, right? So unnecessary flash, unnecessary death. Just patience. You have all the information available to you. You know who's there. You know who on your team can come. I don't know why you're walking in. You already have. You just want to sit in the bushes. As a jungler, sorry, as an assassin, your job is to get in a bush, sweep it, make sure it's not warded, and when you know it's not warded, just sit in here for the next 30 seconds. I don't care. Same way how you sit in tri bush. Same way how you sit in blue with bush. Here, if you want to flank, you don't go here. You W over this wall and you sit in this bush now. It's just bushes, so it's either sit in this bush or it's in this bush. You could be like, oh, why not this bush? Well, because I mean, you're going to assume there's already a ward here, right? There's someone in here, something, right? If it was one of those things where they were all dead, right? Or let's say you were faster. Let's say you skipped wolves and you're sitting in line bush right now. Now you sit in line bush because now you for certain know that the bush is clear. Like no one could be in there. There can't be wards because you just saw Nami open from base, so you and from top side if you saw icon, so you know there can't be any ward there. So if I was gonna go there, I would just run there right now, right? Run there right now. Don't sit in this bush for 10 seconds and then face check there. So you get half your HP taken, and you show yourself so now they know where you are, right? It's kind of the same thing. Like again, you want to be in the bush, either sit in this bush now or loop around and sit in like because you can't really go there for reckless there. But you get the idea. You can't just be out in the open. This poke is like really fake. Look at this poke damage. Nice. You broke his shield and did 100 damage. And then when you die here, now we just lose Dragon and Baron. Oh fuck. Oh, I wasn't expecting the Herald, but point stands, you're solo, you die. The team actually wins the fight, so that's just pure luck, right? If you lost the fight, you lose the game. I have no idea what happens afterwards. We get Dragon, nice. Pelotacon, because Diana dies, makes sense. Cautious fight. We're 2.5 items, we're pretty strong, level 14. I mean, this fight, it's not your fault per se, I mean, it's 3v5. I do think you have a bad habit of like, I don't know, there's two ways to play fights as Zed like this, right? There's option A, who's you just all in instantly, so you just instantly R, W, Q, E, just go for full damage ASAP. B is play really slow and just W, Q, poke, W, Q, poke. You keep, like, if you could you could W, Q, E here, throw it here, the very edge of your E touches them, Q touches them. So if you're gonna play the option A, just insta R right now, full send. If you're gonna go option B, you should be Wing earlier and just QEing and not Eing and not taking the W. But you consistently play to W poke, which is fine, but then you do it when you're too close. Like you shouldn't do it now, you should do it earlier. And B, then you should never take the W. But here, you are always taking it, right? And W is your only like safe ability, and you keep Wing into danger. So it's either I think in this case insta ult wouldn't work. I mean, actually, I think either works. Either insta ult and insta all in everything, or B, play super patiently and just W poke, W poke, W poke, wait for opportunity. But you're kind of doing C, which is like trying to do both, which makes no sense. That was a really nice one shot. You see, that's a good. I mean, like you see, you keep doing it, right? Here again, if you want to, you could insult and then fucking W behind and try to do some crazy shit. Or option B, which is just W here and QE poke them both, right? And then just chill out, dance a bit, and then when your W's up in 9 seconds, do it again, right? But here you WQ, you good poke, and then you just like, oh my god, I have to W in. If they have a double ult, you're just dead. If these guys like double ulted, like let's say Diana E ult instantly, and into the Yasuo ult, you just get. I'm pretty sure you're one tapped, 100 to 0. I mean, you saw in the last fight, it was basically 100 to 0. Maybe they won't go for it because your teammates are all here, but like, yeah, you get the point. It's not like you being over the wall is doing anything. It's not like you're any more threatening. You're just potentially making yourself a target. You can't really ult with no spells. Like you just ult it with no spells. You're gonna ult, you gotta have your spells up. Otherwise, it does no damage. It just waste of us ult. Okay, Garen just carries the fight, and then we get Baron afterwards. Yeah, I don't think you're doing anything in these fights. I think you're just getting carried in these fights. You're just at this point in the game. Z CDR is so low. Look at your build. CDR, 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 CDR. That you could just WQE, WQE. Let's see how long your QE cooldown is, for example. Your Q is a 4-second cooldown. Your E is a 2, right? So look at this. So let's count. WQE. So I'll count 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Right? All your shit's already back up. So if you WQE, don't insta W. Chill a bit. He's gonna be E slow. He has to run away. And then W back after him. And then you're gonna R. And by the time you R, then your QE's back up. You see? You're gonna get 2 rotations of QE. Here you just got 1 rotation, and then he lives. Your CDR at this point in the game is so low. Like, look, Q 4 second, E is what 3. Like it's always up. And then the E is win the game. I don't know. I agree with you. You spend way too much time early game topside, and then a lot of the rest of the points are just mechanics. There was one point on the positioning at the sitting in bushes. One time a tri bush, one time banana bush. So the positioning is just find a bush. It's like kind of like fiddle. Just find a bush, effigy it, sweeper it, and then just fucking sit there and wait for some idiot to walk by. It's the same concept. And then for mechanics, a lot of it is just Wing and the old stuff. So if you have any questions, you can message me on Discord. Top us, my Discord. In the Jungle Kingdom, obviously on the right hand side, and just top right at chat jungle. So yeah, if you have any questions, message me. Besides that, yeah, hopefully it's helpful.